Hello everyone, this is Adit back again with another video. So in the previous video in this React animation series, we have created this animation where we are just doing the some handling some events with the pan gesture package. So in this video, we are going to move forward and we will try to implement one circular loader. And by the process of building the circular loader, we will have to learn how to animate the props of a certain components and how to animate the SVG as well because we are going to create the circular loader using the SVGs. So let's get started. And before we start, if you haven't watched the previous video already, then I would suggest you to watch that video first because it will give you a better understanding how to install and work with the React Native reanimation. So let's get started now. So over here, we have already used shared animation and animation event. I have kept the name like that. But in this, we are going to have one circular loader. So we're just going to name it circular loader. And inside that, we are going to have an index.tsx. Let's have an RNF circular loader. Okay. So now what we're going to do is like inside the app.tsx, we need to import and render this. And one more thing, I have already installed few of the packages like the packages that we are going to use in this video is React Native Reanimated and React Native SVG. We have installed the React Native gesture handler as well, but in the previous video. So in this video, we are just going to use these two packages and make sure to when you install the React Native Reanimated, make sure to update your babel.config as well because need to put one plugin over here called React Native Reanimated plugin. So you need to put that, else React Native Reanimated is not going to work. So now inside the index.js of circular loader, what we are going to do is let's have our styles and style sheet dot for the style sheet from React Native. Let's have create container, have flex one by content as center and align item as center as well. So let's just pass the style over here inside your container. Cool. Now let's just create one circle first. So to create the circle, first of all, let's just import the SVG. Inside the SVG, we are going to construct one circle, and circle is the self-closing tag. We are going to use a self-closing tag, and so the circle we are going to define x and the y values, or basically the center of the circle. So to at the center is going to be at the over here, like at the center of the screen. So let's just have grab the width and height of the screen from the dimension API. Okay, so we're just going to have width over here and height, which is given by the dimensions. And over here, we're just going to have cx as width by 2 and cy we're going to have height divided by 2 so that it is at the center. And one more thing is like we need to define the stroke color. So as of now, let's just use the black color just to view the uh, circle at at the screen. And we need to define the stroke width, I guess. Let's put it 20 as of now. And if we just save it, we are not able to see anything on the screen. Okay, we forgot to pass one more value, that is radius. Need to pass the radius as well. And to get the radius, let's have const r. Yeah, let's have a work one with circle length 1000. And to get the radius of the circle which has length of 1000, what we need to do is so easily to find this. You can think of this as a circumference uh, to math dot pi, and 2 pi r is the radius. So basically now we are just passing the r to the to over here. So there is a little bit of maths over here and nothing else. So what we are going to do is we are going to have circle length divided by 2 multiplied by math dot pi. So we just need to pass a circle over here, and that's how you create a circle on the screen. So now what we are going to do is like to animate the circle. We are going to create one more circle which is going to be the same cx cy value and the radius, and we are just going to update the value of its stroke. And that is how it's going to show us as an animated. It is going to be overlapped on the existing one. So let's define the color of the stroke, background color, and this is going to be, let's have def and 4f4, and find the on the stroke of the circle which is going to be at the top of the existing circle for color, and that is 9f9a f9. Okay, so we're just going to define over here stroke background color, and similarly we are going to have one more circle. We just copy it, and instead of having this stroke background color, we are just going to have a stroke color. So yeah, so this one is overlapping the existing one, and we are going to animate some of the properties of this circle. So to animate the props, and what are the properties that we are going to animate is the first one is I think stroke dash offset. We just define stroke dash offset 20, and we're not able to show it over here. uh, Anyway, let's go over here, and we're going to define one progress value which is going to come from use shared value. I have, if you are not aware of what exactly is the shared value, then watch one of the videos, on the previous video. I will put the link in the description below. So there you will get the understanding of what exactly is the shared value, and why do we use in React Native reanimated. And now let's create an animated props. And inside the animated props, we're just going to have animated props return, and the props that we are going to use is stroke dash offset. Hope the spelling is correct. And then we're just going to have circular length divided by 1 minus progress dot value. We are doing the 1 minus so that it goes in the value is negative, and that's how it is going to rotate it. You will have to visualize it better when we are really updating it. So over here, now we have created this animated props, but we can't pass the animated props to this circle. So we need to create one animated component where we can just pass it. To create the animated component, what we can do is let's have animated circle, animated dot create animated component, and we're just going to pass a circle over here. And now instead of having this circle, it's going to have animated circle, and we will pass the animated props. Okay, What exactly is breaking? Hmm, should be animated props. Yeah, cool. So now you will have to see like we have one progress value, and we are updating the dash offset over here as well. But as of now, we are not able to visualize anything. We need to trigger this animation. To handle the trigger part, I'm just going to create one handle animation function. Okay. So what exactly this handle animation is going to do is it is going to update the progress value with timing. You can use any other properties as well, like with spring and stuff, with repeat. We have already discussed this in the previous video. We are going to use with timing over here, since I think on loader timing is the best choice we have, and we're just going to define the duration as well. So here I'm updating the value from 0 to 1, and then we need to create one clickable item, touchable opacity. And if we just go to have a text, we're just going to have press me, and on press we have handle, and I think this will work. And we need to pass one style so that we are able to see the button margin bottom of 200. Yeah. So we have the button over here. So if we just press it, still we are not able to get any update. Yeah. One more thing that we need to do is we need scope dash array. Let's just put for now have update it. We are not able to see any of changes over here. Know why? Progress value say is greater than 0, then we are going to bring it to 0, or else. So at least we are seeing some, we are have to see something on the screen. Just update. So now what we're going to do is like we are going to have one value, like create uh, here we have the circumference, right? So let's just pass the circle length over here to the dashed value. And if we just here, you will have to see like we are getting one animation, but that's too fast. So let's just update it to 1000. Now you will have to see the animation. So that's how you can create a loading effect on a circle or using the SVG. And now we can learn how to animate the text as well, to render the text to text 0% pass style salute. So over here you will have to see the text 0, and the button is over here. I'm not going to waste time on designing this a- bu- button and this text. I'm sure you will have to do it. And now let us try to figure out how to animate this text. So to add the animation part, I'm just going to create one more animated component, and let's create one more usable component that And over here, we need to pass create one animated text animated component. Is going to be a text input from React Native. You can't animate the text using the text component from React Native. You need to use the text input and make it editable as false. That's how this will work. Text. Okay. And this re text is going to expect style and text as well. So I'm just going to pass the text as any. I know it is not a good way to just define the any over here, but right now I'm not able to find. I don't want to waste time on figuring out what is the props of this one. Uh, I don't use TypeScript much, but just, that's how it is. So now we just have a value text dot value, and we are going to have style as well. Style is we are going to pass the style from outside as a props, and to animate this text, display text over here, and we can just do animated props, use animated props, return text as text dot value, and then we just need to pass uh, animated props. So this is how this is going to work, and we can make it editable as false, since this is going to just display the text. Yeah. And now we can remove this text from here and just pass the retext component that we have just created. And for the text, we can have for the text over here we need to pass so to get the progress text value. It's and we are going to drive this value from this progress. So we just use derived value, and to return and over here progress dot value divided by 100. I'm just going to round it off. Math dot floor. How it is going to work, and inside the text we are just going to have progress dot text. This will I think this will work. Yeah, we have to update the value, and similarly we can just pass the percentage over here, and while pressing it goes reverse way as well, since we have passed the condition over here. If the value is greater than 0, we are just bringing it to 0, or else we are having the 1. So that's why it works as a boolean value. So yeah. And one more thing that you can do is like you can make this corner round. To make that round, we can have a stroke line cap, I think, round. So just do that. Yeah. So it is rounded now. And just update the style size red. Let's have a color as stroke color. So this is how you can update, you can animate the text as well as the SVG image using the animated props. And over here you will have to see, also see like how to create animated component using the create animated component props property. So yeah, so this is it for this video. If you like the video, consider subscribing, and thank you for watching.